Why are you single? There are plenty of fish in the sea. Unfortunately, I live in the desert. I tell myself it's by choice. After my last relationship, I decided to take a break from actively dating and enjoy time with friends and family, as most people do. Well, weeks stretched into months, and before I knew it, I was loving the time with myself and spending the time solely on pursuits that made me happy. I lose count, but I am somewhere around 2.5 to 3 years since my last actual, committed, defined relationship, and so far, every date I have gone on just reinforces my current thinking that I am really comfortable with myself and enjoy being fully in control of my time/life. Broke, no promising future as of right now, figuring shit out on my own, rolling on the floor laughing, I have literally nothing to offer yet, lol. What is the best response to? Why are you still single? I am single by choice. Their choice, but still. I had one of the groomsmen in the wedding I was in last year ask me that question. After I told him I wasn't in a rush, his buddy behind him reminded him that he was thrice divorced. Edit. Did not expect this many upvotes, and for context I'm 26M and he was in his late 30s. No one can handle my personality for that long. What do you think? It's like the Uno reverse card. They asked a potentially uncomfortable question, now they gotta answer it themselves. I literally don't know where to meet women in my age group. Because I enjoy life and enjoy freedom. Party hard, learn hard, and relax hard without the extra attention that I have to give to another person. It doesn't exclude that I get a nice girlfriend or pal friend, but for now I also feel good being single with a big circle of friends. Single men and women in their 30s, who live by themselves, what it's like. It's okay. I get lonely sometimes, and if there's a creepy noise in the night I have to decide whether to pretend I didn't hear it or actually go look. But I don't have to compromise on anything. I watch whatever show I want for as long as I like. I cook what I want. Sleep when I want. Decorate how I like. But yeah, sometimes I get a little lonely. Like when I drop something and go, oops, and realize that's the first time I've heard my own voice since I got home from work the day before. Great, until I realized that the asshole who didn't put the food away was me. I was at a friend's house, and she had a pile of books she was getting rid of that were on a table for folks who came over to browse and take any they wanted. There was a cookbook titled, "Cooking for One is Fun," that someone picked up and said, "Yeah, but eating for one sucks." How is your? If we are single by 30, we're getting married. Friend doing? Not me. But I have a former coworker that made that pact with his senior high school prom date. Lost touch for 7 or so years. Reconnected at the 10-year high school reunion. Got married 2 years later. Now 2 kids with a third on the way, and very happy. It was cool to watch the majority of that story go down. I've made that pact with so many people that I hope no one comes to make claims when I turn 30. She told me that 5 years ago. I said, why not just try dating now? We did. We're married now, laughing face. Why wait? She's a single mom now, so I'm getting ready to strap my stepdad boots on here shortly. We didn't last long. Got married at 25. Still going strong. Made the deal at 23. Married at 25. Going on 13 years together. What? Married people of Reddit, what do you miss about being single? Things being where I left them. Just being alone and being able to do whatever I want. Not having to justify myself to another adult if I'm getting takeout 2 days in a row. Friends. Don't get me wrong, my wife has done nothing to isolate me. But when you marry your soulmate and best friend, it's easy to think that's all you'll ever need. Add a long hours job to the mix, and before you know it, she's the only person you interact with away from your desk. Then kids come along, and you'd sacrifice anything for your family, especially free time. But the kids grow up, and your wife craves time away from you and the kids. Then one day you realize you're alone. Married men of Reddit, what advice would you give to single men? Never stop dating our spouse. Getting married isn't a finish line. Just like you don't magically get in shape one day and stop hitting the gym, you don't have a guaranteed relationship. Take the time to woo them on a regular basis. Small gifts, thoughtful tasks, and date night. It's easy to fall into a comfortable rut, but it doesn't help anyone. If you think you found the one, ask yourself if that person would stick with you through thick and thin, the good and the bad. If you're even a bit unsure, she may not be the one. I have a friend who lost his job and pretended to go to work for a week for fear of his wife would think/do. That marriage didn't last. If that were to happen to me, my wife would be the first person I'd want to tell and run home to. Marry that person. Real life 40-year-old virgins, what's your story? I lost my virginity at age 40. I had opportunities but just didn't realize them at the time. Girls would come flirt with me but I would just freeze and my mind would go blank. I am very shy and quiet. I sometimes think I am autistic but have never been diagnosed or tried to get diagnosed. I always thought something was wrong with me and I knew I wasn't normal. I also didn't drink a lot or party. I invited a coworker over to watch a movie one night, and she is also very quiet and shy. I let her take the lead and let it happen. That was 2 years ago, and we are engaged now. I kept my virginity so that if a volcano ever threatened my small village, I could throw myself into it to save my family and friends. As I live in Canada, it was not really the wisest decision. What is the worst thing that a person can put on their bio on a dating app? A list of requirements. Anytime I saw, I am not into drama, that person usually had the most drama in their life. When their answer for a prompt is, it just ask. I'm an open book. Is a pet peeve up there with. Fluent in sarcasm. It's great that you're an open book, but I'm trying to get a sense of if we are compatible, so show me some pages. When they set their location as USA or their job as don't worry I work, or something else stupid and vague. I might want to know if you're 4 hours away working for Hannibal Lecter before we start chatting. I get really cringed out when I see stuff on Hinge like Doggo, or when I see my most controversial opinion is pineapple belongs on pizza. It annoys me when they don't actually show their personality, and it's clear they Googled what to put in their bios. Men who have completely stopped dating. What made you stop dating people? We were planning the wedding and then after 9.5 years she cheated on me with another dude, and then got re-engaged to that dude, after only knowing him for 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm done for now. Daughter got cancer. Thought wife and I were working through it. Daughter off treatment for a year, and wife decides her depression makes her not care for me anymore and shacks up with another guy while abandoning me and the daughter. Broke my confidence, and created a need to defend myself and child. Don't feel comfortable reaching that level of infancy with another person. Too much unreciprocated effort. Dating world is completely lopsided. If I meet someone by chance, great. But I'm not playing a game that feels rigged in someone else's favor. I'm tired, boss. How has online dating worked for you? Posted a comment on a metal band's official page and got a request from this chick. Started talking to her cause I wanted to bone but ended up with a house and a kid with her. 10 years strong straight out of MySpace. Married the first girl I dated who I met online. It was on my BBS, and 25 years ago, but it did work.